The letter was thick, the kind that sweats bad news. Inside, $500,000 mortgage in default. My name, my address, my signature, but I'd never signed a thing. I called the bank, calm voice, calm tone. The woman on the line said, "You're the primary borrower, sir. You signed on May 8th, 9:42 a.m." I remember that morning. I was on a plane to Tokyo. That night, I drove straight to my parents' house, the same house where I was raised to believe family means trust, loyalty, sacrifice. Now, the lights glowed warm behind the curtains like a stage set. Inside, my sister laughed over wine. My mother stirred pasta. Dad watched TV like guilt didn't itch under his skin. I didn't speak, not yet. Growing up, I was the quiet one, the reliable one. They praised me when I paid my way through college, when I fixed their roof, when I gave my sister $10K just until she got back on her feet. She never got up, just got used to the view from below. For years, they took, and I gave, because that's what love looks like when you're desperate to earn it. But this wasn't just betrayal. It was identity theft in a family photo frame. I pulled every bank statement, every document with my forged signature. It wasn't even close. Loops in the wrong places. My name spelled with a curled S I never used. The loan officer shrugged when I met her. Well, it passed underwriting. They don't check when your last name matches the cosigners. My father. The plan started that night. I didn't scream, I didn't cry, I played dumb. I acted concerned, confused. There must have been a mix-up. I watched their eyes twitch. My sister bit her nail. My dad deflected. The bank must have messed up. Mom just wiped the counter, couldn't meet my gaze. Guilt doesn't hide well in fluorescent kitchen light. First step, paperwork. I hired a forensic document examiner, certified, detailed, ruthless. He compared my real signature with the mortgage docs. His report, 32 pages. Conclusion, forged. Second, I pulled airport security footage from May 8th, time-stamped, dated, me boarding a plane 12 hours before the fraud. Third, I traced the notary. She worked in a strip mall near my parents' neighborhood. Said she didn't remember me signing, but remembers Mr. Thomas, my dad, being there. Got it in writing. Then I filed the police report. Identity theft, wire fraud, forgery. They thought blood made them untouchable. But law doesn't care about last names. Court day came 6 months later. My sister showed up in heels too high and morals too low. My parents sat behind her, stone-faced, still pretending. I walked in with facts. My attorney laid it out like a scalpel on bone. Airport footage, signature analysis, notary testimony. My sister's face dropped first. Then Dad's fingers started twitching. Mom looked at the floor like the truth was buried in the carpet. Then came the judge's question. Why would your family forge your signature to buy a home? I answered without blinking. Because they assumed I'd clean it up, like I always do. Silence. One that echoed like a dropped glass. The ruling? Mortgage declared fraudulent. Debt erased. Criminal charges pending investigation. Civil suit for damages. Approved. $50,000 in emotional distress. $20,000 in legal fees. Public record sealed but accessible for any future lender or employer they encounter. But that wasn't the part that made their faces go pale. No, that came after. When I stood outside the courtroom and my sister tried to grab my arm. "You ruined everything!" I turned to her, quiet, cold. No, I ended it. 3 weeks later, I cut all ties, changed my number, sold the shared cabin we inherited, put my half in trust for myself. Block every family member who defended them. A cousin texted, "They're your parents." I replied, "No, they're people who used to be." It took time to rebuild. Credit alerts, financial monitoring, therapy even. But I never looked back. Because I realized something. Family doesn't mean unconditional forgiveness. It means accountability. Sometimes justice isn't loud. Sometimes it's a stack of paper, a courtroom door, a signature you never gave, burned to ash. And sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is say no and never look back.